How to avoid being negative. If you want to stay happy, you must avoid negativity. Because it has the potential to make you feel even more depressed than you already are. Your thoughts create your reality. If you are optimistic, you will see happiness all around you. If you are pessimistic, you will remain broken inside your head. As a result, it's critical to look after what's inside your head. In this guide, I will show you 9 basic techniques for staying happy and away from negativity. 1. Stay away from negative thought patterns. Our brain is extremely intelligent. It creates patterns for the things we do on a daily basis. For example, when driving to work or school, you do not need to consider the route you will take. There's no need to tell your brain to go this way. Even if you are talking on the phone, you will be able to get to your destination without having to think about the route. This is because a thought pattern has been created for this action. You simply recall this pattern, and things happen on their own. The same is true for negative thinking, and this is how a negative thought pattern is formed. In your mind, you travel back in time. You recall an incident, which makes you feel a certain way. You repeat it, positive/negative. Thinking about the past usually leads to negative thinking. This is not your fault, it's because it's easier. Science has shown that thinking negatively is easier than thinking positively. It's more like the brain's default mode. It means that evil is more powerful than good. Losing a job, for example, has a greater impact than being promoted. When you repeat negative thought patterns over and over, it becomes a habit, and it becomes more difficult to break free. And, in order to avoid negativity, you must change your thinking style, which brings me to my second point. 2. Do not try to stop your thoughts. At this point, you may want to stop thinking, I need to stop every negative thought in my mind, and this is where most people make mistakes. Science confirms that attempting to stop any thought causes your mind to focus more on it, causing stress. Here's a real-time experiment you can perform on yourself. Don't concentrate on the red color all around you. If you see any red, don't even think about it for a minute. You will become more aware of the color red, and it will stand out from the crowd. We don't want to go into detail, but remember that you can't stop a thought. So, if you want to avoid negativity, stopping negative thoughts is not a good idea. What's a good idea if it's a bad idea? 3. Change your thoughts. The most effective thing you can do is to replace old thoughts with new ones. You must redirect your thoughts to something new and enjoyable. Assume you had a terrible past, lost someone you adored, and now you can't live without them. To forget them, you must shift your thinking to something new, such as setting goals, making a to-do list, and following through on them. You need something to keep your mind occupied because your thoughts never stop. To stay positive, you must provide something useful. 4. Put an end to what-ifs and should-haves. There are thoughts in your head that begin with what-ifs and should-haves. There is something you did or did not do in the past that you now regret. I should have remained silent. I should not have acted in that manner. You must forgive yourself for what occurred. What is gone is gone. The past no longer serves you. Instead, focus on what life has to offer you. And then there are other thoughts. What if they pass judgment on me? What if I don't belong? You have no control over such events, and you have no idea whether they will occur or if they are a figment of your imagination. So, instead of dwelling on what ifs and should haves, concentrate on how you can improve your life. 5. Stay away from negative people. If you hang out with 5 negative people, you will be the next. True, there is scientific evidence that negative people can have a negative impact on your brain. Your friends and the people you associate with shape your future and your life. They have such an impact on your brain that you want to be one of them. You will become ambitious if you have friends who are ambitious and have big dreams. Because there is a kind of competition between friends, finding out that your friend is better than you hurts you deeply, which is why you want to change. So, if you hang out with negative people who complain, you will become a complainer as well, because they will shift your thinking to the negative side of life. They will make you forget about your good fortune. On the other hand, Happy people will remind you that you don't need anything and that your life is perfect. 6. Be in the present moment. To avoid negativity, simply stay in the present moment. In most cases, nothing bad is happening right now. You're experiencing negativity because you're dwelling on an event, either past or future. Just don't look back. You dwell on the problem for so long that you begin to believe it is happening right now. Simply perform this exercise to stay in the present moment. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a long, deep breath. Concentrate on it. This shifts your focus to the present moment, the moment you are living in. When you concentrate on the present moment, you realize that there is nothing wrong, everything is fine and perfect. 7. Stay away from the news. According to the news, 3 bombs exploded, killing 50 people and injuring hundreds more. Did you ever consider that watching news channels could be excruciatingly painful? BBC The News is inadvertently warping our perception of reality, and not always for the better, says the author. When you watch the news, there is always something negative going on, because the more negativity they spread, the more views they gain. As I previously stated, bad is stronger than good, and these news channels are attempting to instill negativity in your mind. Listening to negative conversations on a daily basis alters your perception of the world. When I watch the news, it appears that there is nothing good happening in the world, that the situation is dire, and that everyone is in trouble, but the reality is quite different. There are bad things happening, but if you focus on the positive, you will discover that there are so many things that make you happy that you can celebrate. So, if you want to avoid negativity and live a happy life, stop watching these news channels. They contain nothing positive. 8. Consider the big picture. When you zoom out and see your entire life in one picture, you will forget about the negative things that are happening right now. The issue is that our perspective on life is situational. The negative bias effect. In psychology, this is referred to as negative bias, which means that we register negative things in our minds quickly. If something bad happens to you, say someone makes fun of you, you will feel it for the rest of your life. The negative thoughts will begin to surface, such as "no one likes me," "I am not worthy," and you will dwell on them. One event defines your entire life. It's not just you, it's happening to everyone, which is why you need to broaden your perspective on life. If it remains situational, you're in trouble. So, when you look at the big picture, you'll see that it's just a bad moment, it's not how you live your life, and it's just a passing feeling that will pass. You are more concerned with your problems. This causes you to think negatively. These negative thoughts add to the stress. Because you don't have anything good to engage your mind with. If you don't have structure in your day, you will think more about stressful situations. When people don't have a routine or structure to their day, it can cause increased stress and anxiety, as well as overwhelming feelings, lack of concentration, and focus, says Dr. Rachel Goldman. 9. Stick to a schedule. Maintaining a consistent routine will improve your health and reduce your stress levels. When you have a specific routine, you will focus on your tasks and things that you should be doing. Completing your tasks will give you a sense of accomplishment and will make you happier. To avoid negativity, the bottom line is to focus on things that are important to you and worth your time, which you can do by making a to-do list. Conclusion. If you're having trouble dealing with negativity, remember that it's a fleeting emotion that will pass, and that time will heal it. And, if you try hard enough, you will eventually be able to overcome all kinds of negativity. If you are constantly confronted with negativity, it is time to make some changes in your life. Also, free your mind of unwanted negative thoughts. Take a look around at your friends. Is it they who spread negativity? Is it a social media platform? Or do you spend too much time thinking about the past? Remove everything that causes you to have negative thoughts and live a purposeful and happy life. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell to be notified of the next video.